Hey everyone, it's Mike from Michaels and Art. I hope everyone's having a great day today. Thank you guys so much for taking a minute to, check in and hear me talk about some of these new card art projects that I've been working on. I can't thank you guys enough for all your support, so thank you so much. I've done Mickey Mantle cards quite a few times now. And normally when somebody requests a Mickey Mantle card, I pretty much, can expect that the 1952 card is the one that they're going to request. And I've done that card a few times, but the Mickey Mantle card that I want to share with you guys today is actually completely different, and it is his 1956 card. So why don't we take a look? All right, so here is my handmade version of the 1956 Mickey Mantle. This card is not nearly as well known as his 1952 card, and it might not be the most famous of his cards, but it's certainly one of the most unusual for a couple of reasons. So why don't we just dive right in and take a look. All right, so here is our 1956 Topps Mickey Mantle card. This is obviously not as famous as that 1952, but this is just a really beautiful card and really interesting stories behind it, and just a real pleasure to get to work on this card. I think most of you guys will remember that Topps had Mickey's rights in 1952 and 53, but he actually went over to Bowman in 1954 and 55. So this 1956 Topps is actually his return to Topps cards, and they did that 1956 set in this really, cool horizontal design. It's not a design I get to work on very often, so I always love this horizontal design. But just a really cool card, great image of Mickey, and really striking, design over here where they have Mickey jumping up, making the leap to catch this home run ball. And it's actually a moment from a game in 1951. It was September 20th. The Yankees were playing the White Sox. And this image is supposed to really show Mickey robbing Eddie Robinson of his home run. And it would have been really cool if that actually happened. But he actually didn't make the catch. And in the original photo that they used to do this little art piece on the side here, the ball is actually probably a couple feet above his glove, nowhere near him catching it. So that is one of the first really interesting items about this card. And the second interesting item about this card is these three guys over here. And I don't know if you can see it as well in my handmade version, but in the original version, these guys are staring, off into oblivion over here. And it's just kind of odd. When you see them, obviously all the action's over here, and these three guys are just looking over to the side. And that's because this game was played on a Thursday afternoon, and there was only about 13,000 fans in the stands. So when you look at the original photo, there's actually a huge chunk of empty seats here. And the photographer took the three guys that were over here and actually moved them over here to make the stands look a little more crowded. So some interesting deception going on in this card. Number one, he did not make this catch. And number two, these guys were seated way over here. And I believe this guy, the third one down, is actually a copy of this guy over here, where you can only see his tie and a little bit of his face. It's the same guy. So really cool. It's facts like that that make these cards so interesting to work on. I don't know the background of every card that I work on, so it's a real treat that I get to do the research when I'm making these and find out some of those really cool details. So this card image along with that unusual fact made this really fun card front to work on. And we will flip it over quick and take a look at our card back. Horizontal card backs are not something I do a ton of, and a lot of the time I end up with a lot of white space. So in this case, I took one of my old cartoon images that I found on the back of one of the other 1956 tops. I think it was Harmon Killebrew, and I actually loved this little illustration of the baseball player really cracking that home run ball, and so I threw that on there. And I've never actually colored one of these in, so I wanted to see what it would look like if I colored in his hat with a little bit of that Yankee blue. So, that's the reason why this card back looks the way it does. I still have his stats, career stats, his position, his number, but decided to jazz this one up a bit and add this little cartoon that I think is a nice representation of Mickey. So, fun card back. And just a really, really great card front on this one. All right, so that is our 1956 Mickey Mantle card. Really, really fun project to get to work on. Anytime you get to work on a Mickey Mantle card, it's definitely special. And this one was just a really fun card to work on because, it wasn't that normal 1952, and it wasn't even a vertical card. It was this really cool horizontal design. So thank you so much to the collector that reached out and requested this particular card. That's it, guys. I sat down the other day and I went through as many Mickey Mantle cards as I could find on the computer, and I counted them up, and there's about 121, roughly, that I could find, and out of that 121, I've gotten to draw 2 of them. So that leaves 119 Mickey Mantle cards left for some of you guys to request. So I hope to get another Mickey Mantle card request in the future, and I hope it's, a different card than the 2 that I've already done. So thank you again to the collector that requested this one. And if you guys want to request a card, it's super simple. You can just reach out here on Instagram, DM me, send me a comment, or you can just head over to MikeOlsonArt.com and you can just request a card there. So thank you guys again. It's great to talk to you, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.